Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Zombie Dance Party, season number 2. I'm your host, Hive Tyrant 424, and this is episode number 8. I called it the Vengeful One because I finally have a machete and a compound crossbow, and just in time too. We got an audition coming up, and I spent way too much time getting them, so now I have to hurry and get Bloodbath ready. I use wooden blocks to count how many blocks or spaces I'm going to fill with a particular build or movement of some kind like I did here. It's just easier for me to do that. Less mistakes are made that way. So I don't know exactly how this build is going to go as I'm building it. I think I remember telling you guys before that I never play in creative mode, and I have nothing against people that do, but I don't do it myself because if you build something in creative mode where you can fly, you have unlimited resources, and you don't have to, individually upgrade each block, then how do you do it in survival if you're going to be playing? I mean, there's things that you can build that when you can fly that you've got extra steps you have to take when you're building it in survival, or it's you don't I don't think, anyways, for me, I wouldn't have an appreciation for resource conservation if I didn't have to. So I just don't use creative mode. Plus, I if I used creative mode to build something, I probably wouldn't remember how it actually went together in survival anyhow. So I just kind of wing it. I build as I go, and I kind of try and plan a little bit, but I don't always do a great job of it. As you can see here, I got to cut through these stones up here that I had intended to make the second floor actually 2 layers thick, and I still will in every other place, but it actually works best for me and from what I'm planning to do later on, to just have this tunnel of death be 1 layer thick. So I'm going to go ahead and break these blocks and get them out of the way. And now one rule of thumb that I have learned when you're building traps in 7 Days to Die is you need to take whatever it is that you think you need for the zombie night and double it. So if you think 6 traps or 6, if, for example, in this build, if I thought 6 hatches with spikes under it was enough, I should build 12. Because the zombies always exceed your expectations as far as what they're willing to do to get at you, to eat your brains. So the best way to prevent that is to, just double up. So giving myself an access up to the roof from the main floor. I want the zombies to come up here. I think I'm going to have to seal off those doors down on the main floor. Yeah, I'm going to seal these off. As Sun Tzu said, the best laid plans never survive first contact with the enemy. So it was a great idea. If I were putting turrets or guns or something on this floor to protect these doors, I could see keeping them, but it's not a good idea. The majority of my builds when I'm playing, I tend to I want to control the battlefield. I want to control the zombies and where they go. In order to control them, you have to understand their pathing a little bit, and they take the shortest path they can to you, as I understand it. So if these doors were still on the walls, if there was still access, they wouldn't bother going around to the ramp that leads up to the death hall. They would just bust through the doors and try and get up that ladder there. So I'm going to take the doors out, block them off, and hopefully that keeps the zombies from trying to get into the building through the side walls. I'm eventually, once I've upgraded to concrete and I have a cement mixer or 3 making cement mix, I will reinforce all these walls, and then I'm going to put a second wall around the base to make it just that much harder for the zombies to get in. I want this place to be air drum tight. So, but for the time being, it's day 14. It's the morning of day 14. I don't have a lot of time to spend here, so that'll do it. There's one down. Get the other three. I did the other three off camera. You don't need to see how it's all done. As I was saying, I don't have a lot of time here, so I'm not going to be able to make it pretty. I'm just going to make it work. We'll worry about pretty in the off season. I'll just extend this hallway right to the edge. I'm going to have a ramp leading up to this. Got to get rid of these bars because the zombies will jump on them and go around. So I think for the time being I'll keep some bars on the front here just in case something goes wrong or they break the ramp and I have to get out there and start pegging them off with the crossbow. Yeah, that looks good. We'll go with that for now. Oh, oops. I'll have to break that off. I call those lag tumors. They just kind of accidentally drop things where you don't mean to because your brain is moving faster than your fingers click on the mouse. There we go. Nope. Don't break that block, you dummy. Oh, I love the nail gun. It is such a time saver. That's so much faster. I don't know if this ramp is going to be high enough. You have to when you're ramping up to a building. I think in order to keep the zombies from just pounding through the walls at the base of the building that you want them to climb, you have to be higher. What the? Oops. You have to be higher up than they have to travel horizontally to get to you, I think. So let's say if the building, let's say, was only 5 blocks high and you were 12 blocks from the edge of the building to the center of the building and you were standing in the center, if they only had to break through a block on the wall and then climb 5 blocks up to get to you, I think that's what they'll do. As opposed to if you were 15 blocks high in the air, it's a shorter path for them to just run up the ramp, I think. I'm not 100% sure if that's how it works or not, but anyway, we got our hallway started there. I haven't put a ceiling on it yet because I want to make sure that I don't kill myself on my traps again. I'm just going to fill in these or reinforce these hatches. You got to have iron, like just raw iron in your inventory, as well as the metal hatch doors in order to fully upgrade them to where you would need vault doors, which I haven't made yet. I think I actually have unlocked the vault hatches, but I'm not going to put those on here because I don't even know if this is going to work. So I don't want to waste a lot of materials making that more fortified hatch if it's not going to be a trap set that works. All right, we're ready for the blood moon. I've gone ahead and finished that hallway. You got the general gist of it from what you saw there. So I filled in the hallway and put a ceiling on it to block the birds. And it is time to see if this thing works. I have a door on each side to get in and out. Good thing, because I forgot to grab my wood spikes. I want to have a couple of these handy just as a panic button. I also put a ladder at the very back of the hallway of death. And if things go badly, I can climb up the ladder, jump down, and go back to the first tunnel that I built. That's why I kept it, just in case. It's like a backup. There we go. Puppy dog, first customer. Ow. Alright, give me your bones, buddy. Yeah, it seems to be working. Ooh, loot bag already. Look at that. I think the zombies hit each other when they get really mad, which I think is funny. So we'll just keep swiping and backing up as they advance, and then once they come in waves, so once a wave is over and the next wave is coming up the ramp, I can close traps and move forward again. At least that's the intent, that's the plan. I love the machete. I get to hit multiple zombies with one shot. Let me get this corpse out of the way. I've noticed that these hatches, this setup with the hatches like this, it also spreads out the zombie waves, which is good. Because then they're not concentrated pounding on one spot. Now, I'm not getting a lot of experience for these kills because I'm not actually making the kills. The spike traps are. But the goal here is to survive and see if the trap set works. Once we've established whether or not that happens, then I can worry about electricity. I love the electrical traps. And when the electrical traps are doing the killing, I will be getting experience. So let's see how this goes. So far, it's looking like it's working really well. I like this. You guys ever watch the movies or seen a TV show where the good guy opens the door, bad guy's standing there, they both look at each other for a sec, and then the good guy closes the door in the bad guy's face? That's what I just did. Put a couple of bleeds on the guy, and then I just slammed the door in his face. Oh, it was funny. Not sure how he got in. They had to have broken a hole probably at one of the doors. That's all right. Like I said, this was put together quite hastily, so I'm not expecting it to go off perfectly. I'm just hoping that it works. I'm already more than halfway down the hallway here, and the zombies are still coming. So, see if I can get a push going back to the front. Oh, opportunity. Oh, hey Martha. Bye, Martha. Oh, okay, the dogs are underneath there. Are they taking... Yeah, they take out the spikes. They're just sitting there attacking the spikes. That's not good. I'll have to get rid of those. I think the electricity down there will solve that problem. Because they won't be able to beat on the spikes or the electric fence posts. They'll just be taking zap damage and, hating life. Oh, yeah. Love the machete. Say goodbye to your leg there, lefty. I suppose I could just sit at the end of the hallway, like the end of this hallway by my ladder, and just peg them off with the crossbow. If I wanted to, I guess. It costs ammunition, though. Arrows cost money. The dead cost nothing. was a bad shot. This game is brutal sometimes, graphic-wise. Alright. Got the puppy dog brigade taken care of. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check my body count at the beginning. I didn't think it was going to matter because you guys remember from the first Blood Moon audition, I had less than 30 kills the entire night. It was embarrassing, really. I stayed alive, but I did not do much in the way of kills, so I never even thought to check the body count for this Blood Moon because I didn't know whether or not set was even going to work. Seems to be working very well. Again, not getting a lot of experience for the kills. Some, but not a lot. Uh-oh, here's a spider. I'm not getting a lot of experience for the kills, so I'm not getting credit for all the kills. The traps are stealing a lot of kills from me. It's one of the reasons I don't like spike traps. I'm using them here because I actually have to, but I don't really like them because you don't get experience for the kills that they rack up. There he is. There's that spider. Let's see how this works with him. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw some spikes at the ceiling here just in case, because they like to jump. They're jumpers. Hey, that's actually not a bad idea, putting the wood spikes up above like that. Just as a deterrent to keep the zombies from running and jumping ahead. I think before the next Blood Moon, I think I'll line the ceiling. I'll put a row of spike traps in the ceiling like that. Because that looks like it works really well too. Keeps them down. Got more puppy dogs working on the spike traps. You know, when I get further ahead, maybe I could put blade traps up there somehow. Blow a zombie's leg off with a crossbow. That's awesome. Well, the zombies aren't too high a level for the level of fortifications. They're not breaking through my traps and my doors easily, so it seems I'm on par building wise with my current game level, which is good. Hey, Patty. Bye, Patty. Ooh, got our mining book there. Wonder which one it is. Ow. Standing on the edge of the hatch and slashing at him. Oh, nice. Have I said how much I love the machete? I love the machete. I really do. No. Piss off. What's really nice about this setup so far that I've noticed is even when they put a bleed on me and I got to back up and bandage, I can still open hatches while I'm bandaging. You can't attack while you're bandaging because you have a bandage in your hand. But you can open doors. So, in a panic or if you're being overrun, you just back up and open hatches while you're putting band-aids on or reloading if you're using guns. It seems to work very well. They're not on the same global cooldown, I guess you'd call it. Get another spike trap up there. I hope those zombies aren't damaging stuff downstairs. They shouldn't be, because they should just be trying to get to me, taking the path of least resistance to me, which I did leave a ladder to get up here. I'm going to have to rethink that idea and take that ladder out and maybe just, I don't know, block jump up on Blood Moons and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. I think that's going to be about it, and that's handy because that's all the time we have for episode 8. Hope you enjoyed it, you guys. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to hit that like button down below and show your support, as well as comment if you have any helpful tips on ideas to improve my gameplay or my production skills for the video production. Also, please don't forget to subscribe if you want to be updated when I post the next episode.